Mm. Right. Thank you. Yes. Ina in Southern California, Cynthia Peace from Ohio Lake Erie, Lisa from Carolina Beach, North Carolina. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your presence, everyone, as more arrive. All right. Welcome, welcome to February Mastery Monday. Wow, what an incredible January and start to February. We are having an incredible time to have some nice, powerful transformation through this full moon and solar flares and worldly events going on. So, this is an opportunity to come in, receive guidance, relax, enjoy some company along the way. I am Kristen Bilecki with Awakened Soul with Kristen, and I'm known as a soul embodiment mentor because I have helped hundreds of people move through, transform limiting thoughts, beliefs, conditions to know, love, and trust themselves to live a heart and soul led life. And right now, I'm working on the Guiding Light Sanctuary, a group mentorship experience that allows us to come together, have precise guidance for you, each individual that comes into the mentorship space, and receive guidance to stay aligned through your transformations, the changes you're making, and to stay in heart coherence in life. And so I'll be sharing more about that later. So, those of you who are regular to Mastery Monday, thank you for being here. I'm so excited. And thank you for those of you that are new. We start with an opening presencing meditation. And then I share an energy update and then I open it up. Today, what we're going to do, because of just the times and everything, is I'll just open it up for people to share questions that you have in chat to have guidance. And then after that, we'll do a really beautiful meditation and of remembering love, remembering our center, and then rippling that out through the planet and humanity and all that is. So, thank you everyone for being here. Let's begin with our opening meditation. So, inviting you in this moment to take a deep breath in. If you're able to, you can close your eyes. And welcome yourself here to this moment. Welcome yourself here to your body, to your breath, noticing the temperature of the air of your breath as you're breathing in and out. Noticing where it is in your body that you can breathe into. Maybe there's parts that need a little more invitation of the breath to come to. And as you're breathing in, inviting yourself here to this moment. As you're exhaling out, exhale out any thoughts or ideas or interactions from before this moment. Inhaling yourself here to your body, to your breath, to your presence. Exhaling out any tensions in the body. And if you feel like moving your body, moving your neck or your shoulders or your hips, or any way that just allows you to create more circulation, more space, more presence for your breath in your body. Deepening your breath into your belly, coming to your center, inviting yourself to the center of your body through the center channel of your body. Maybe it's you center into your belly, your heart, pineal gland, or your root, finding a place to center into with your breath. Invite all cords that we may have with anybody, any place, anything, any thought pattern, interaction, to system to release from the physical body and the energy body. Go where they need to go to source, or where they need to go in the aligned highest good of that energy. As we invite the remembrance of the light within, the light without. So we're breathing, remembering the light in every cell of the body. The divine spark of life, and the divine spark of life all around us in our energy body. Expanding our awareness above us, below us, in front of us, behind us, around us. So you expand your whole body, your energy, and inviting a golden white light to flow around your energy body. Calling yourself home from wherever you've been left with anybody, any place, anything, interaction, thought. And through that light, it's becoming pure energy, just breathing in and filling yourself up. Pure energy, pure presence, pure being, pure heart, pure soul, pure mind. Welcome that center channel of light from above the head down through the center of the body. Crystalline light, crystalline pure light. From the outer edges of your energy body above you, down through the center channel of your body, through your head, through your neck, through your chest, through your belly, through your root, down to the bottom edge of your energy body. Centering, anchoring into your space, your presence, your being. Beautiful. Feeling your hands and your feet. And if you wish to, calling in any qualities you would like to breathe into this moment for yourself. Maybe peace, maybe relaxation, clarity, joy, connection, harmony. Anything that feels uplifting and present for you. Wonderful. Thank you. And if you have any intentions for yourself, stating them in the I am presence, that they already exist. You can place them in a golden light in the center of this circle, so that all that's aligned for you to receive here in this space comes forward for you. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your heart and your dedication for your path, your life, who you are. And I mentioned this for the January Mastery Monday, but February is actually the 5th year of going strong and being present with Mastery Monday. And I'm grateful for this anchor that we get to come into every first Monday of the month to share what's present for the month, what's present for us, and to come into alignment with our hearts and our souls and having that coherence within. And so I wanted to share a few announcements before we start the energy update and the intuitive readings. So I am sharing about the Guiding Light Sanctuary. We have a beautiful group forming for weekly mentorship, and I've made a couple of changes if you've seen the emails. We're going to be meeting on Tuesdays now instead of Fridays, and There are 3 spaces left in the group. So if you're looking for weekly mentorship to support you in the alignment of yourself, to get precise guidance and to be supported through any transformations or changes you're having, as well as receiving and being guided in heart and soul coherence meditations, this Guiding Light Sanctuary is for you. And we start Tuesday, February 10th. And I'll put the link for that here in the chat so you can check it out if you want to join us. Also, this Wednesday is the podcast, Awaken Soul podcast with Kristen, with me. Every first and third Wednesday, we do that of the month, and I'll have Adrienne Blackwell, and we're going to be exploring awakening to your intuition and healing relationships through love. So you can join us at 9 a.m. Pacific on Wednesday for that. All right. So, and also, I'm going to grab my notes. And also, if you are interested, if you have a good time with these intuitive readings today, I'm available for one-to-one sessions, and you can get those as well with me. I'll put the link in chat shortly. So, wow. How to start off February with a full moon and X-class solar flares going off. And that happened in January too, like right when the month started, the sun just like, really exploded. And for those of you who understand solar flares, from my perspective of solar flares, what I've been shown is that we are receiving codes, and the inner light beings of the sun are receiving codes from source, from Grand Central Sun, and it moves through sun to sun. And then the suns of each, the stars, the sun stars of each galaxy, of each solar system, of each place, takes these codes and then delivers them through a lot of energy for us to receive. And the codes that we're receiving right now, which is being amplified also with this full moon, is to the words I was receiving was paradigm shift and stake your claim. And stake your claim is really all about these identity shifts that we've been going through, all these purges that January brought us. Like, whoa, what surfaced, what came up, what shifted for you, and what are you really ready to say? Yes, I am going to put as much attention and focus into this alignment of my mind, my heart, my soul, my life. This is what truly matters. And what truly matters to you as a being. And this is going to be dismantling ego, dismantling, these structures of ourself that have held in place things that are no longer going to be a part of the new world that we're creating by getting to know ourselves and getting connected to our soul and getting into alignment with ourself. And so as this world is going through all these shifts and changes, this is a part of the paradigm shift, right? The empires collapse when they are built on lies, when they're built on falsehood, when there's no true structure to it. And that's what's happening in the world. This is going to be, changes on every level. So that means changes on every level for us. And it is challenging when the unfamiliar shows up and it's like, whoa, the uncertainty of, what's going to happen? Where do I stand? What's going to be a support or a structure in the world that is, that we're going to feel safe with, or we're going to feel supported by. And this is where all of that resilience that we have cultivated by going through our inner changes is going to prove to bring us our balance, to bring us our harmony, to say, you want to know what? If we are going to be having a new world through this paradigm shift, through systems changing, through the earth herself and the environments and all the things that are going on, changing and going through this, what's going to support me? What's going to support the world? And that is as I said, staking our claim and saying, my center, my truth, I am going to know that. I'm going to stand in that, and I'm going to find that pure place within myself, that pure truth, that pure center, and really anchor in and receive these truths, and be strong, be courageous, be brave, and say yes to that. Because that is the frequency, that is the catalyst and the frequency that supports the change, that supports the new things coming into being, and creates a frequency on the planet that says, okay, we've got this. The heart, through all the prophecies, they always said, where do we need to focus and center through these, extreme times of change? Our heart. This is our soul presence, is our heart. And when we all link up through the heart, when we all come into this unified space of the heart, we are creating a new foundation of presence. And if we expand our focus and our awareness to how the structure of reality is, it's sacred geometry. It is a structure, a functional structure that is built on frequency. And so when we do the best that we can and stay within a frequency of love, of connection, of continuing to keep our focus on who it is that we truly are, and the qualities, the values of what world we actually want to be living in, and we cultivate those within ourselves and in interactions with others, in relationships and in our communities and in our lives on a whole, then we open up the channels of consciousness that are already here within the earth, that know that, and that know what this new world is, this new earth, this new age, this new era, however you want to bring it forth for yourself, whatever feels good for you, to really start to take shape. And that's when we see these, new structures or new communities forming and saying, this is, what we want in this world. And we're going to start forming those and creating those and having those to be a part of this new creation reality. And watching and being supportive of our children or our grandchildren or the people we know, the children in our community that you can see are having these different ways of living, and saying, yes, let's do that. Let's support it so these next generations can be a part of this reality, a new reality that is not caught up in false consciousness. And so that is what we're being asked from through the pure organic codes right now. Through the pure organic codes is, where do you stand, and where are you willing to stand even more for yourself and for all of humanity and creation? And if you're here, you're probably here because you're on your awakening path, right? You are, if you're in this circle right now, there is more to life than what has been. There's more to life than the conditions or the ideas or the systems that we've been, following or being a part of. So, it's big, and it's a huge change, and we get to be the pioneers in the new ways of being. We get to be the pioneers in the new structures simply by being and focusing on the qualities of being that we want to experience. So that's where it starts. That's where it begins. We don't have to be, out in the streets. I watch that, and I see that, and I'm so grateful for the people who are willing to stand up and do those things, because I was there in my early 20s. I was in DC organizing protests, going into Congress, standing up doing, congressional meetings and looking Dick Cheney straight in the eye and breaking it down and saying, this is not okay, But what I noticed through all of those things is they don't care. They just look at us and laugh. They just look at us and laugh because they've got their focus. They've made their stand. They've made their claim. They know which direction they're going in and what they want to do. So what I realized is, that's what I need to do. And maybe this is not the path. It's great to let them know that we're not okay with it. But what are we doing in our daily lives, our daily frequency? Where are we putting our power? Where are we putting our focus? Where are we extracting it from? Where are we shifting it into? Right? This is where we're at. Each one of us is a power center, is a power. We are our own power. And when we choose to embody our power in these ways that we're reclaiming ourselves from old patterns, old hurts, we're creating a whole universe of love and stability and frequency just in our own system of our own body and our own energy body that then connects to, we're a vortex in the sacred geometry, and then we get to connect and create a whole new geometry. So this is what's happening right now. And we're going to see more of this, happening throughout this year. We're going to have deep pivotal changes of consciousness. We're going to have deep pivotal changes on the planet, and in systems and structures. And so as we do this, where's our center point? Are we going to go into fear? And yeah, we may have days of fear of going, oh man, this is happening. Or are we going to really clarify? We're going to have those. But if we choose and stake our center point, we say, this is my center point. These are the qualities. Let's focus on that no matter what happens. I'm going to stay right here or bring myself back to here. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to choose this and have the healings or the transformations that we need to have with our consciousness, right? The ego that wants to pop up, or the insecure part, or the fearful, or the uncomfortable part that wants to pop up, right? So this is what we are doing. This is what's happening right now. There's an intense increase of all types of frequencies. There's an intense increase of consciousness, of pure consciousness, rising up and pulsing from the inner earth and all the beings and the sun. And it's saying, okay, who of you are also going to join this level or this space, this frequency of consciousness? And we get to repattern our loops. If we find our loops that we get into about the world or about other people or about ourselves, this is where we get to say, hey, all right, how am I going to repattern that loop? How am I going to repattern that experience or way of being? All right. So today, what I'd like to do through this, and I'm seeing as we go, there's going to be every month is going to have its own flavor, like it usually does. But sometimes, we have a couple of months and we're like working on something. Like February and March, I'm seeing that we're going to be really working through these identity shifts. We're going to be working through these identity shifts. This month is all about focusing and bringing forth and practicing the qualities and essences that we do want to embody and we do want to see as part of ourself, our lives, our communities, our world. And then I'm seeing that then we're going to go into it. All right, dismantling. As we focus on that, the massive dismantling of of our consciousness structures is going to be taking place. And then we're going to have, I'm seeing March, April, there's just a massive pivotal shift of consciousness where we get to see more people communing, coming together, creating new ways of new structures that we can come into our communities and present. So if that's something you're doing and focusing on in your own community, awesome. I know that we are here in my community, and it's really amazing. So what I'd like to do from here is, if you have questions that you have to receive guidance on, just like we did, I don't know if you were present for the sanctuary that I shared a week ago. Was it? I don't know. The time is so intense right now. I don't know if any of you are feeling that time. It's like, what just happened? It feels like there was a year and a week now. So when we did the sanctuary and people just placed, if you want to, just place a question that you have on Zoom chat or YouTube, and we can go go into that. Uh, I'll answer your questions and we'll be precise guidance, and then we'll go into a nice centering heart meditation to come into our love, come into our center, and invite that to radiate and ripple out into reality, into creation. So, yes, Lisa, yes, Kristen, you're speaking to what's been on my heart for many years. Yay. Here we are. It's happening, right? Same here. Like ever since I was invited by Metatron to support the creation of the new Earth in 2013. It's been just like, all right, this is where we're at. This is what we're doing, and preparing for this time now, preparing what we're experiencing now, preparing for it. So, yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and write it in chat, either on YouTube or in Zoom. And George, thank you. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah. So, wow, powerful times. It's really an incredible moment. And one of the things that we can do right now is recognize. So one of the things is to say yes to the life we want to lead, and also recognize, where am I over focusing or taking this really seriously, or taking it really, remembering the play of consciousness, the play of source, right? Where is it feeling like, there's a real intense, this has to be this way, or it has to be that way, or those types of things, to kind of go, wow, can I create some space in that? Can I create some space from that and pull back and recognize, in the blip of time, yes, there are, in the blip of time, this is like a second in the grandness of reality, and I still would like to live these frequencies and qualities. So how can I bring some more space, playfulness, flexibility, and those types of energies into daily life, so that we are recognizing that that creates space, that also creates new energies to be supported throughout the whole of the field. So, yeah, let's see. I have a few questions here. Blue. Hi, Blue. Nice to be with you. It's been a while, and I appreciate you coming in. I feel very disconnected with myself and my life. How can I overcome that? Well, that's a great question, and it might really help some other people right now. So the disconnection, I feel, is also coming from those places where you feel change wanting to happen, and maybe a little resistance to the change. So if there is something that you're shifting, and this can happen right now through these big shifts for all of us, where life just feels like, I don't even know where I stand. Because sometimes when we are going through changes, when changes are wanting to happen through us, Blue, is what I'm seeing, as these changes are wanting to come, there's a space, there's a transitionary space where it feels like disconnect, because what you could connect into before really doesn't have the same energy, the same pull, the same knowing as it did before. And so what I would invite for you is to say, okay, if maybe these things that I felt connected to before aren't feeling, that I'm not feeling that connection anymore, here I am. Maybe I'm in a space of transition, a space of maybe feeling an emptiness, right? Or a space where it feels unfamiliar or uncomfortable. Going, okay, I'm going to invite in this moment, what are the connections? What is the new me that wants to land? What are those feelings? Just like we were talking about, what are those feelings or qualities or experiences that are wanting to show themselves through this change? What I'm seeing in your system, and I'm seeing it kind of open up as we speak, and you're taking this in, is lights coming on a little bit of like, oh, right. It's not about trying to stay connected to what was before. It's inviting myself to land in a new place. to breathe into my heart and say, yes, I'm open to something new. Yes, I'm open to a new experience. What is that? Be in curiosity, be in openness to what's calling you, what wants to show up in your life, what wants to show up in your mind, in your heart, in your field. And then take some breaths and acknowledge I'm in a transition from something that was to something new. And if I'm in a transition, then take some breaths and just come into a space of observation and openness to receive and to get to know something new that wants to show up for you. And let me know if that's helpful or not. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Heidi. I've had a non-productive, I'm sorry, something's blocking the, why does that do that? Oh, there it is. I've had a non-productive cough for a while now. Is it related to an emotional component or something else? Not on any medication, but have allergies. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for asking that. Um, great. So yeah, Heidi, let me just take a moment to look here. So your lungs are showing me just like what I'm seeing is like a layer of dust, like a layer of old. It's like there's stuff that has settled into your lungs, but and there's old things that just need recognition, want acknowledgement, Heidi, that want to be seen, to be felt, so that they can be expelled, right, from the system. So maybe what I would suggest is one, maybe if you have allergies, I'm curious if you have uh, any way that you can filter your air in your home, because I am seeing just some things that have settled that are old. Maybe you already have a filter, maybe. Um, and also, what I was seeing is um, maybe a humidifier or essential oil diffuser that you can bring some essential oils if you don't have reactions to it. Maybe you already do that too. But sleeping with one that has some nice opening qualities like eucalyptus, camphor, lavender, peppermint, maybe you do that already, but maybe do it more often. And then sitting and connecting, touching your lungs where your lungs are, your ribs, and connecting and saying, what's here? What's here for me to know? What's here for me that wants to be known, to be acknowledged, that wants to have some healing, some recognition, and then relief from my system. And I'm just seeing old family things, masculines coming in, fathers coming in. So maybe just some of those things that could be supportive to support in healing. Yeah. Grief, things like that. Yeah. Yeah. Great, Heidi. Thank you. Yeah, I can see your nod and your smile. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Uh, great. All right. And then Blue said, thank you very much. That resonates so much. Great, Blue. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa, are you feeling any shifts coming soon in the breakdown of old money system in new way? Oh yeah, absolutely. It's happening right now. The old money system's breaking down. They're putting new structures in place as we speak. As if you noticed, if you follow those types of things, they are definitely inviting the digital currency structures into place through the cryptos and those types of things. They're also, you know, China and Japan, they just did this whole thing with, gold and silver, and raised that up while they were devaluing monetary systems. So it's happening as we speak. And what that means, exactly what it's going to look like, don't know yet. I mean, there's definitely a push to go all digital, which I'm not in favor of, and relying on unstable currencies. But I also know that it's happening, and we're going to see what those types of systems put in place. So, yeah, you're welcome, Heidi. Thank you for your insights. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so there's that. It's happening. It's happening. So, yeah. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, I'm not feeling digital, more in value, being in who we be. Thanks, Kristen. Yeah. So this is where that whole idea is coming in, where we're going to have, that whole idea of more exchange on people that we can do this with, outside of the bigger system, right? The bigger monetary system, what I have always seen as a false system. It's a false system of money that we've been living under, and I'm not going to get into all of that right now. But something I've been studying for many years. But this is where what we were talking about earlier is our frequency. Frequency is the true value of reality, not some physical thing called gold and silver. Yes, it's nice to have those things. If you don't get some, it's nice to have those things. Uh, but as far as true life, pure consciousness, pure reality, it's our frequency that matters most. That is the true value. And so, what we're doing right now is sharing frequency. We're sharing our life force energy together and coming in this circle that's creating and rippling a certain vibration through the world, right? And so this is where we start to balance out what is happening in the systems that we use, right? That we use and that we rely on, with our own personal frequency, and just getting clear, and the way to do that and get clear is educate ourselves on what's happening, while also focusing also on what lifestyle we want to lead, how we want to lead it, and what's really going to support us in that the most, and what frequency we're going to embody through the process of it. So yeah. Pat. Hi, Pat. Nice to see you. How can I be more physical balance? Yeah, it was interesting because I know that's something you've been experiencing over time a lot, and that whole experience, and what I've been gathering through that over time, and just with you physically, I was hearing the ears and the skull. Like, a lot of times, I don't know if you have access to cranial sacral therapy or some structural therapy. uh, those things can help, as well as other, you know, other things. What's coming to me to share with you is glutathione, creatine, things like that. They're going to support your system in having what it needs. But that is something we could talk about, more specifically for you and your body, to allow it to function. Or, yeah, yeah. All right, let's see. I'm going to look on George. What is best way to download light codes coming from Sun presently? Well, you don't have to download them. They are happening. They're coming into your system. They're being downloaded into your system already by us receiving it. So it's coming through. So going into a place of stillness and connection, and acknowledging that there are light codes that your energy body, your system, your nerve system, your DNA, your being is receiving right now, and saying hello. Hello, system. Hello, energies. What do I need to see? What do I need to know? And invite them to land and integrate. And notice maybe what you're feeling that's different. Notice maybe where you're feeling your body in this moment. What sensations are you feeling? What thoughts are coming through? What have your dreams been like, if you have connection with your dreams? Notice. And also just inviting everyone, and we can do this in our meditation today too, of just sitting in stillness, and we can invite these codes to land into our consciousness, into our body, and integrate through our system. So it's really just taking a moment to sit in stillness with it and acknowledge that it's already here and coming into your body, and inviting that whatever needs to come into your awareness and consciousness as information for you, to do so in that moment or over time, in any way that it wants to show up. Yeah, good. Great questions. great information here. Yeah, Larry, inviting in my playful self. How can I make this fun? Yeah, yay, Larry, thank you. Yeah, I think that's a great way to start as well. And I've been doing that myself, how can I make this more fun for myself on a daily basis, for my son and I, for everything, and just noticing. And where it starts is noticing where you're tensing up around life, noticing where you're, like I said earlier, placing a lot of serious focus. And I'm not saying focus is bad. I think focus is fantastic, and that's what we need. We need focus to even just come into our center and remember what we're doing, right? And what we want to create in life. But the focus that creates more spaciousness, the focus that allows us to kind of zoom back, open up our field of perception when we find ourselves micro focused and like tasking and just doing the day to day or whatever, going, whew, wow, okay, look around. Look around your space, look around your room, look around outside, look around and just say, okay, here I am, welcoming my spaciousness, welcoming myself into what can I do to right in this moment to feel lighter, to feel brighter, to have a little laughter, have a little fun in this moment. What would support that? What would support that openness in my system, in my body right now? So it's that, just the remembrance to take the moments out of the day to do that for yourself. And maybe sometimes we need to just have a giggle about ourselves. Oop, yep. Caught myself in that thought again. Oop, caught myself in that again, whatever it is. All right, kind of bring the humor home to the self of, like I said, there is the intensity. How can we balance out the intensity of what's happening within us and the levity, right? Of, right. It's all happening at once. It's all happening at once. So in my center, I'm going to bring them and come into center and stay in a space or welcome a space, and we're going to oscillate. We're going to move in and out. That's life. Life is chaos, order, chaos, order. That's what we do. So let's bring that in. So let's go into meditation. Let's go into meditation here of connecting in with our hearts, connecting in with these codes coming in. And also, let's just open our hearts and receive today what really where do we want to stake our claim? What wants to shift? What do we get to focus on? And remember, it doesn't have to be some big, elaborate picture or vision. Maybe it is for you, great. Or maybe it's just, right, I am going to remember my heart throughout the day. I am going to remember my center throughout the day, right? It can be anything that's supportive. So let's take a moment here to, again, breathe into the body. Maybe taking a couple deep breaths in and some sighs out. Take what landed for you. Breathe it in, and anything that's not resonant, just invite it to just shift out of your system, of your body, and inviting the landing of yourself here in your body in this moment. Taking a moment, wish to close your eyes. Be here. In this moment, placing one hand or both hands on your heart. Maybe placing one hand on your heart and another hand anywhere on your body that you want to feel more connected with or open your breath and heart to. Take some breaths in here. We're going to invite, again, the the pure wisdom, our pure soul, our pure being, our pure heart, our pure knowing, pure mind, the wholeness of the self, the wholeness of yourself. Inviting beautiful, brilliant light around your body. Remembering balance, the balance of your dark, of your shadow within, that space inside that the light of every cell meets. The balance of life, the balance of conscious, subconscious, the balance of duality, the balance that makes the whole. Breathing to your center, where this balance is, where both meet and are one. As we acknowledge our bodies, the incredible functions of this body, and our energy bodies and our souls and consciousness being in a body, amazing. The miracle of life here. Gratitude for breath, for what is. Anything else that you'd like to name, that you'd like to have gratitude with and for. Great. Wonderful. Breathing in and out. Acknowledging the changes you are maybe in this moment, and saying yes to what does want to shift, what does want to change, what does want to come in, even if it's not known right now. Saying yes to the new ways of thinking, ways of being, ways of perceiving. Opening the mind, the heart, these new energies coming in right now that are a part of our soul path, through the soul, through the sun, the light that we are, the pure organic code. So taking a moment and just saying hello to the new energies that are flowing in, that want to and are supporting us in being aligned with what is true for us in this life. Noticing your body, where it's receiving and opening to it, maybe noticing the places that feel still a little closed or tense, and inviting the energy of your system that is opening to it to breathe around and embrace the parts that may still feel tense, and inviting the openness. Inviting that we have all that we need physically, through our minerals, through the nutrients in our bodies, through the energies around us, to support our physical bodies in receiving these codes and being able to go through these changes, as well as the resilience, the energy, the love, the connection to self. It also supports our consciousness and our perceptions and the changes that we go through, the strength, the courage, the love. And taking a breath right now into your heart, to your soul, to your being, to your wholeness, to your center, and just asking, what is needed for me? Where do I stake my claim? What frequency, what quality, what essence wants to come through for me to focus on, to be in relationship with, to cultivate? Welcoming it, saying yes, letting it land, take form, shape within your body, in your consciousness. Mm. Great. Now let's welcome in is pure love, freedom, strength, and healing to our whole bodies, to our whole mind, to our whole being here. Inviting that to expand through the heart, expand through the body, expand through the brain and the mind, and the cells and the DNA, the energy body, the whole body, the whole energy body. And then breathing through, and let's invite us to connect with Earth, the heart of Mother Earth, the center of Mother Earth. To welcome harmony, unity, love, healing, balance into the heart of Mother Earth, and then rippling through the whole crystalline consciousness grid, through every land, through every heart that's here to receive, through all that is. Now through the surface of the earth, everything on the surface, everything through the air and the atmosphere, the ionosphere, and outward, rippling through, saying hello to our sun star and all the planets, and out through the galaxy and the universe, the central sun, grand central sun, and all that is in this unified field of love, harmony. Staying here for a moment into our centers with this frequency. Breathing into your center, to your heart. Saying yes to your body, yes to your presence filled with this beautiful energy. Your energy body filled with this beautiful energy. Coming to your center. Back to your presence, welcoming yourself to the space that you're in, to your seat, to your feet, to your hands, to your breath. Connecting in again to what you received, what you get to connect into for your own self here. Quality, the value, the essence, the way of being. Good, yeah, beautiful. And welcoming yourself to the space around you. Gratitude for this moment, for being here, for yourself, for everyone present, creating this space that is present and on the replay. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, for this incredible energy that we just created and shared. Was able to ripple out to everything. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for listening and receiving and just being a part of this experience. Yes. You're welcome. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Kristen. Felt so calm, peaceful, loving, and floaty, light. Yes. So may you be able to take this energy throughout your day, just welcoming this to flow through the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and so on. To remember this place that your body remembers, your cells remember, your consciousness remembers. Like when you find yourself like, right. I call upon that clarity, that centeredness, that openness, whatever qualities you're experiencing right now. Janine, yeah, thank you. Thanks, Kristen, feeling centered. Beautiful. So, yeah, you're welcome, Philip. Thank you. Yeah, so thank you again, everyone, for your presence. And just want to share again through this beautiful space that imagine experiencing this every week through the Guiding Light Sanctuary. It is open for you to join. This is what we're going to be doing every week. To have this incredible space of connection and clarity. And I'm going to be putting that link in the chat. There's a few spaces left if you want to join and have that this type of experience every week for yourself of guidance and heart-centered presence and harmony. And also maybe you just want to have a session from what you just experienced. If you have a question you want to explore further with me one-on-one, here's the link for having a session with me, and we can do that and explore that way. So, George, yeah, thank you. I feel the energy. Beautiful. So, again, you all are so amazing, and I appreciate your presence. It's always incredible to join with you through this. And I just wish you all the clarity and love and connection and harmony and centeredness in your life through all that you're experiencing and all that's happening for you. So, yeah, and again, if you want to join us Wednesday, the podcast will be going live with Adrienne Blackwell, and we'll be exploring awakening to your true guidance and really healing relationships through love. So lots going on this week, and we're starting February 10th in the sanctuary if you want to join in for that. So I love you so much. Let's just take a breath in of gratitude, of all coming together. Love you, love you, love you, and just bringing love to your life and your day and any lightness that's possible. Nice smile on your face and your heart. And I look forward to you being with you next time. Yeah, Heidi, thank you, Kristen, for such a beautiful experience. Thank you, too. And know that we do this every first Monday of the month. And this meditation is here for you. I'll be sending out the replay, and it'll also be on YouTube. If you're ever in a moment, you're like, you can come back and you can listen again to support you. So enjoy the rest of your day. Be well, be in peace, and love you. Take care. Thank you, Blue.